Jude Bellingham just broke his silence. The Real Madrid star just launched a massive attack against FIFA and Argentina, while unexpectedly standing up for Mexico. Just minutes after the World Cup final, the English midfielder spoke to British media, giving explosive answers that are shaking up the soccer world and putting the credibility of this FIFA tournament on the line. Here is the inside story of what went down. Right after Argentina lost to Spain, Jude Bellingham refused to stay silent. During a British broadcast, he was asked if Spain was truly the best team and what he thought of Argentina's performance in the final. The midfielder responded, first of all, "Congrats to Spain. They were the rightful winners of this World Cup. They were incredibly solid at the back and did not need ref help. As for Argentina, they did not even show up to the final. Did anyone actually see them play?" The interviewer laughed at the blunt response before asking, "So, was Argentina really that bad?" Bellingham snapped, "Not bad, horrible. They never shot on goal. Just check the stats. After all that help from FIFA, they still ended up disappointing everyone. Honestly, FIFA should punish teams that play with that kind of negative attitude. They did not want the ball. They only wanted to hurt people." The reporter moved on before asking this next question. "What was your take on this World Cup? How did FIFA handle the organization? This tournament showed who the real stars are, but let's be honest, it also proved that FIFA has clear favorites." The host asked if he meant Argentina. Bellingham did not hold back. Obviously. They got the easiest draw, never won a game fairly, and always relied on refs. And the worst part is, they do not know how to win or lose. They always try to mock their opponents. And about my clash with that young Argentinian player, of course I regret it. But it is not right for him to get up and gloat right in our faces. Argentina spent the match kicking us, insulting us, and the referee did absolutely nothing to stop it. It was a reaction born out of pure frustration, and I apologize for losing my temper like that. The host then asked one final question: "Why do you say Argentina are bad winners and terrible losers? What is your message to the young fans watching and the people who stood behind you?" Bellingham replied honestly, "I do not think they behaved the way professionals should at this level. Throughout the match, they kept shouting insults, getting in our faces, and trying to start physical fights. They even brought up nations that were not even playing, like Mexico and Egypt. I played in Mexico during the round of 16 and it was unforgettable. Easily my favorite World Cup match, not just because we won, but because the local fans treated me with incredible warmth. Even when the Mexicans lost, they were class acts. They shook our hands. Honestly, they deserve so much more from this World Cup tournament. They put on a great show, and that is how you show real sportsmanship in defeat. Look at the broadcast today. As soon as Argentina lost, they immediately started swinging at the Spanish players who did nothing to provoke them. Like I said, they do not know how to win or lose. To the kids out there, soccer is beautiful and we should play it with passion. But at the end of the day, it is just a game where respect comes first. No matter where you are from, absolutely nobody is better than anyone else. Winning a trophy does not give you the right to look down on other nations. That is my message. And big thanks to my supporters in the United States, Canada, and especially Mexico, who backed me. I'd love to return." Those were the final words from Jude Bellingham. As you can hear, he took major shots at FIFA and went directly after Argentina. The truth is, the soccer world was getting sick of it, tired of the sheer arrogance from one specific squad, and completely fed up with the biased refereeing that hurt every single country except for one. Jude Bellingham did not stop there either. He spoke to another outlet, explicitly stating that even though Argentina defeated them, Egypt should have been the ones playing in the semifinals because Egypt got completely robbed that day. That is exactly what he told them, and if you do not believe it, here is the source. I also left the link to the full interview in the description. As you can see, another star player has spoken out. This adds to a long list of statements against FIFA and Argentina. Fans have had enough. In fact, even Donald Trump himself just spoke out against Infantino. During a press conference, Infantino praised FIFA, claiming the World Cup brings joy, humanity, and so on. Trump cut him off and mocked him to his face, saying only if your team wins. To make matters worse, when Infantino presented the World Cup, the entire stadium erupted in boos. Ironically, the boos for Infantino were louder than Argentina's goals in this final. I know some people refuse to open their eyes, asking if the World Cup was rigged. Why did Argentina lose? Let us be honest, Argentina barely touched the ball. Spain held over 70% possession for most of the match. Argentina generated 0 goal chances, while Spain had 21. If Argentina had even made it to the box, even just once, they probably would have gotten a penalty, or a rival would have seen a card. Anything to help them. but someone needs to tell the Argentines they at least had to get close. Spain did an incredible job of shutting down any chance for referee bias, and they did it by playing unmatched football. Still, Argentina got some help. Paredes already had a yellow card, and 2 or 3 times, he easily could have been sent off, yet nothing was done. Imagine a final of 11 against 9, which was exactly what they deserved. Argentina spent the game hacking, insulting, and mocking what they call playing tough, but when it backfires, they cannot take it. Messi even tried to trick the ref, claiming a player covered his mouth so he would get sent off. Look at the absolute level of complaining from this squad. Like Jude Bellingham said, at the end of the match, many of these players refused to shake hands, starting fights instead. They swarmed the referee with insults. But they played terrible. What are they even crying about? How hard is it to shake hands and walk to the locker room? It costs nothing, yet they chose violence. When they won the World Cup in 2022, they spent their time mocking other players. They waved dolls with their opponents' faces to insult them and sang offensive chants targeting the French team. For the football world, Spain did not just win, football won. Like Tony Kroos literally said, football won, meaning Argentina simply does not know how to lose. And thank you, Jude Bellingham, for defending Mexico, for remembering us. He is right. Mexico gave England a massive welcome at their hotel in Santa Fe, treating them with pure class. When the tournament started, millions of Mexican fans backed our team, but we still respected England. We lost, shook their hands, and walked away, even with some bad calls. Mexico knew how to lose with dignity. We witnessed a thriller and an extraordinary player in Jude Bellingham. The English footballer was right. They cannot lose. Even when we open the doors of our country to them, Argentines fail to show respect. Just hours after the match, Mexican fans hit the streets of Mexico City, gathering at Reforma 222 to celebrate Spain, a country we consider our brother, winning the World Cup final. And what do you think happened? Argentines violently attacked Mexican fans. If you do not believe me, here is the footage. Let us be clear, do not generalize, but it is clear there is a specific, sizable group of people who simply cannot lose, who cannot win, and do not respect others. Soccer has to change. We cannot keep sending this toxic message to the youth. Let us pause the video. Nota Mundialista hit the streets to ask Mexican fans about Argentina in this World Cup. Here is the report. Do you think Argentina benefited from bias this World Cup? Yes. In which matches do you think the favoritism toward Argentina was most obvious? Egypt. Against Egypt and England. Why against England? Lots of uncalled fouls. Goal-scoring plays had clear fouls right before them. Honestly, it was deeply unfair. Who do you want to win the final? Spain. Do you think Argentina was favored? I saw huge favoritism in several games, especially the Egypt match and against England. I mean, it was so obvious. Any final message before we get the result of this final? May the best team win. Who are you backing in this final? Argentina. Do you think Argentina got favored in this World Cup? Yeah, they definitely had preference on a lot of calls. Which matches showed the most controversy, or where they got help from the refs? I didn't get to watch them, but I've seen a lot of reports and they're pretty clear. Who wins? Argentina or Spain? Argentina. Do you think Argentina was favored? It's not robbery. If you actually read the rules, everything matches what's written. All the countries signed off on it, so it's fine. Who do you think takes the final? Argentina or Spain? Spain is winning today. Do you think Argentina has had help during this World Cup? Yeah. They're a team that's always benefited from the refereeing, to be honest. Which games would you say showed that potential bias for Argentina the most? Oh, the main ones, the top 2. In the Algeria match, they should have been down a man right from the start. And that unfair VAR review in the Egypt game. Egypt totally deserved to go through. Who are you backing in this big final? Argentina. Do you believe in this World Cup's credibility? I have faith there won't be any controversies. That is where we wrapped up our interviews with the fans. You see, many think Argentina got favored. But anyway, back to the point. Besides Spain, Mexico was another massive winner of this World Cup, showing the world exactly how a tournament should be hosted. Not just because of the great organization, but how they treated people. That's why so many players are incredibly grateful to Mexico. The world isn't blind anymore. It just saw that Mexico is a giant not just in soccer, but in the kind of people we are. It also proved that when nations stand up to corrupt organizations like FIFA, we actually get good results. Spain is the champion, plain and simple. The best team won. Even if there are some, and by some, I mean quite a few in Argentina who don't know how to win or lose. Still, brother, you are welcome in Mexico. And if you don't want to be, that's totally fine. The doors are wide open. Just respect our crest, respect this country, and not just ours, but also respect the crest of England, Norway, Cape Verde, and Egypt. And to you, Infantino, if you heard those boos. Sure, like we said in our last video, we watched a great final. But you know what? We saw something even bigger, the end of probably the most corrupt president this organization has ever had. Infantino, we just witnessed your end. Yeah,